Hello everyone and welcome to English Premium 88. In today's lesson you have the opportunity to test your knowledge of 4 English present tenses. I hope you're ready. Let's get started. The first sentence goes like this. Andrew and I be best friends since we were at college. Okay, we need to use one of the 4 present tenses. So which one would that be? There is one word that signals it is present perfect, of course, and that's the word since. And we know after since we have to have a definite point in past, which in this case is expressed with the sentence in the simple past tense. Okay, so we are going to say, Andrew and I have been best friends since we were at college. So our friendship began at college. It continued through the present time and it will probably continue in the future. Okay, Andrew and I have been best friends since we were at college. Excellent. We not know when our cousin's flight arrived this afternoon. What are we going to do here? We not know. What's that? A fact. That's right. And for facts we use what? Simple present. That's right. And what about this arrive? We know for timetables and schedules that we use simple present tense. But in this case, we are not talking about when it is scheduled, then rather when it is actually going to arrive. We don't know if it was delayed for some reason. In that case, so it's kind of exception to the schedule, let's say. In that case, we'll use present continuous. So the correct answers would be, we don't know when our cousin's flight is arriving this afternoon. We don't know when our cousin's flight is arriving this afternoon. Excellent. Next sentence. I'm absolutely exhausted. I revise for my final exams all evening. What's happening here? Which tense are we going to use? So this evening, all evening, is continuing. So we started revising in the past. We were revising throughout the present, probably still revising, and will probably continue to do so. And because we are exhausted and we want to emphasize that duration of this activity, in that case we use present perfect continuous and we say, I'm absolutely exhausted. I have been revising for my final exams all evening. Once more. I'm absolutely exhausted. I've been revising for my final exams all evening. Next sentence. Students at university often share a room. What are we going to do with this share? Which tense? Since this is a fact, we're going to use present simple. That's right. And we're going to say, students at university often share a room. Students at university often share a room. We walk for an hour and I still can't see our car. Where is it? Okay, so obviously this activity of walking has probably started sometime in the recent past, is still going on, and it will probably continue sometime in the future. And we are probably frustrated. We see this with this exclamation mark. And in that case, instead of present perfect, we use present perfect continuous. And we say, We have been walking for an hour and I still can't see our car. Where is it? We have been walking for an hour and I still can't see our car. Where is it? Okay, you remember where the advertising company is? Remember that the verb remember belongs to, let's say, a kind of special group of verbs, which cannot be used in present continuous. And in this case, for this present happening, let's say now, like do you remember now, we use present simple. And we ask, do you remember where the advertising company is? Do you remember where the advertising company is? Excellent. At the moment, I work at a campsite to earn some extra money for my summer holidays. This is probably said by a student. So at the moment is telling us that this activity described is actually an exception to the usual situation. And for exceptions, we use present continuous. So we say, at the moment, I am working at a campsite to earn some extra money for my summer holidays. Let's read once again. At the moment, I am working at a campsite to earn some extra money for my summer holidays. Excellent. Unfortunately, my colleagues and I not take time off work since last summer. Again, there is one word that tells you which tense to use, and that word is since, of course. So in this case, we use present perfect, and we say, unfortunately, my colleagues and I haven't taken time off work since last summer. Unfortunately, my colleagues and I haven't taken time off work since last summer. Next sentence. Getting into a good university become more and more difficult every year. What are we going to do with this sentence? This is obviously a fact, but what is expressed with this fact is actually changing every year. And because it's changing, instead of present simple for facts, we use present continuous. Okay, because there is that element that it will be temporary. It's a kind of exception to usual thing. Okay, so we say getting into a good university is becoming more and more difficult every year. Getting into a good university is becoming more and more difficult every year. How long surf on the net? It's 11 o'clock and it's time for bed. So you are obviously addressing your kids and you are a bit frustrated because this surfing has obviously been going on too long. In that case, present perfect continuous. That's right. So we say, how long have you been surfing on the net? It's 11 o'clock and it's time for bed. How long have you been surfing on the net? It's 11 o'clock and it's time for bed. Excellent. Next sentence. Sarah lived in Canada since we last saw her. Okay, word since, of course, it signals that we need to use present perfect. And it's okay to use present perfect in this sentence, but if you want to emphasize the duration of that period, maybe you're wondering if she is still living there, okay? In that case, you use present perfect continuous. And you say, has Sarah been living in Canada since we last saw her? But if you had said, has Sarah lived in Canada since we last saw her, that would be okay as well. Okay, next sentence. Christopher just designed a fantastic new website for me and it look great. Okay, it's obvious that this designing process has started sometime in the past. It has continued maybe till an hour ago, and the connection with the future is that existence of that website. It will continue to exist in the future. And also the word just for the activities that have just ended, we know that we use present perfect. And what are we going to do with our next gap with the verb look? That's a fact, and we use present simple. So we say, Christopher has just designed a fantastic new website for me and it looks great. Christopher has just designed a fantastic new website for me and it looks great. Excellent. Helen not liked the idea of online learning very much. She preferred to be in a classroom with a teacher. Both of these sentences are facts. That's right, and for facts we use present simple. So we say, Helen doesn't like the idea of online learning very much. She prefers to be in a classroom with a teacher. Helen doesn't like the idea of online learning very much. She prefers to be in a classroom with a teacher. Excellent. Teachers hardly ever encourage students to leave school at the age of 16 today. Again, a fact. That's right. So we say, teachers hardly ever encourage students to leave school at the age of 16 today. And our last sentence for today. Quick, the train not leave yet, and we can still make it. What are we going to do here? Again, we have one word that gives us a clear signal it's a particular tense, and that is the word yet, which signals we use present perfect. Okay, so we say, quick, the train hasn't left yet, and we can still make it. Quick, the train hasn't left yet, and we can still make it. Excellent. Good job, guys. That was all in today's lesson. I hope you have learned something new or revised something you might have forgotten. For more videos on this channel, make sure you hit that button, subscribe, and of course, give us thumbs up. Until next time, stay safe.